Modern dating doesn't just feel impossible for Christian men, it's actually built that way. You can do everything right, stay disciplined, protect your purity, lead with respect, and still feel invisible. Meanwhile, the loudest, flashiest, and least serious people seem to be the ones that are winning. And you can't help but begin to wonder, is there something wrong with me? No, something is wrong with the system. Tonight, I want to talk to you about why modern dating is rigged against men who still believe in faith, loyalty, and purpose, and what we can actually do about it. Not long ago, dating was built on proximity and character. You met through church, community, work, and mutual friends. People certainly had reputations. Who you were mattered. Now you're reduced to a swipe, a headline, and a 5-second photo scroll. The algorithm rewards speed, not depth, dopamine over actual devotion. If you talk about faith, you're often filtered out. If you want marriage, well, you're just moving too fast. And if you wait for intimacy, you're repressed. Modern dating isn't neutral. It punishes conviction and rewards confusion. And the tragedy is that most Christian men don't realize they're playing on a tilted field. They keep trying harder within a system that was designed to waste their time. You're not losing because you're weak. You're losing because you're playing in a system that you were never designed to win in. Let's be brutally honest about what the system actually rewards. One is surface over substance. Looks and lifestyle signal louder than faith and integrity. Apps were built to keep people scrolling, not settling. Endless options that aren't real. Tens and thousands of faces to give you the illusion of choice when in reality it's one big trap. This gives the illusion of abundance and makes it impossible to commit. It encourages short-term thinking. This culture teaches date for the excitement, and the moment it gets boring, just move on, swipe some more. The more provocative a profile, the more swipes it gets, the more attention it draws. Modesty, humility, and mention of God, all buried in the algorithmic trap. You don't have to be bitter to see it, just somewhat awake. Now, certainly not all women are faithless and shallow like this. It's that the digital marketplace rewards behavior that goes against biblical design. And a system that rewards the wrong things will slowly deform and eat up everyone inside of it. So what exactly happens to good men inside of this environment? At first, maybe you doubt yourself. You start trimming the values so you can fit in. Maybe you stop mentioning church as much, or you get a little more casual just to get noticed. Then you finally get that match, but the connection is empty. You know it, you feel it, and every failed conversation slowly chips away at any hope you had left. This turns some men cynical, wanting to numb it away in distraction. Others choose to walk away completely, but without a plan. This is the emotional tax of a system built for everything but marriage and a covenant. And that's where a lot of Christian men are right now, exhausted and questioning if waiting for something real even matters or is worth it. Now here's the truth. God's design for love has not changed, even if the culture chooses to mock it. Loyalty, sacrifice, purity, and servant leadership are not outdated. They're rare, and rarity creates value. When you refuse to compromise on your faith, you may begin to feel invisible to the algorithm, but you will be visible to the right kind of women. The kind who still believes in marriage, the kind who will pray for a husband, the one that values covenant over pure convenience. So no, you're not crazy for wanting something that's been held sacred. You're now countercultural, and that should be a compliment. If the system is broken, you need to stop playing by its rules. And this means 3 things. You need to detach from digital dating in the West as your primary strategy. Use it if you must, but don't let it define your confidence. Limit the time and limit the emotional energy. 2, go where your values still work. That might mean church, service groups, travel, or even living abroad. Environments where family and faith are still honored. 3, become the kind of man that can build something lasting. Focus on spiritual maturity, physical discipline, and financial stability. Those 3 things will attract quality naturally. The system may be stacked, but some preparation can flip the odds. A grounded, disciplined, and faithful man stands out everywhere, even amongst the chaos. This is where I finally get practical. A lot of men hear me talk about living abroad and think it's about just running away. And it's definitely not. It's about repositioning yourself in a place where faith, femininity, and family still hold the value that they deserve. Abroad, you still need discernment. Broken people exist everywhere. But what you gain is a culture that still respects the fundamentals: loyalty, marriage, discipline, family. It's not exactly easier, it's just saner. If you spent years in a culture that ridicules those values, it's okay to go somewhere else where they're finally respected and valued. It's okay to find new soil where those values can grow again. Because sometimes obedience means staying, and other times it means getting up and moving. In the West, success in dating means options, attention, and excitement. In God's economy, success means fruitfulness. It's not about how many people you can get, but how faithfully you can love one person when the time finally comes. If you're a Christian man, the goal isn't validation, it's vocation. Dating is preparation for a mission, for partnership and calling. That's the mindset that shifts and breaks the system's control over you. When I stopped chasing results inside a broken culture, I began to feel peace again. I realized God wasn't withholding anything, He was actually protecting me from half-hearted relationships, wasted years, and emotional compromise. If you've been in the same space, lonely but determined to stay true, I want you to hear this. You're not behind, you're being refined. Modern dating can be chaotic, but clarity belongs to the man who knows who he is. This is exactly why I built the 6 Steps to Thriving Abroad guide. It's a 100% free video course teaching you how to begin living abroad, dating abroad, and building a life outside of the broken system. So if you're interested in that, head to the description down below and begin watching for free. I hope this can help you begin your journey wherever it may lead you to leading a better and more faithful life. So modern dating may be rigged, but faith still wins in the end. You are never meant to compete for attention, so lead and let God handle the rest. That's all I've got for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video.